Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day so far. It is 9:29. The market opens, well, in about 45 seconds. It is Tuesday, June the 25th. Ready to go here. Be watching, of course, the Three Sisters as always. This is the 1-minute chart. Volume weighted average price, VWAP, 2.5 standard deviations, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow. I may have to have my microphone on mute for much of this video today, but I will make it evident what I'm doing and what I'm thinking as much as I can, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for being here today, guys. Let's see what the market brings us over the next few minutes and hours. And there's the 1-minute open range. Has been set for the day. It'll move out to the right as more candles are printed. So far, we're stuck inside of the open range on this second 1-minute candle on all three, NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow. Now I'll be looking to form a picture based on what I see here on the daily charts. NASDAQ in pullback mode, S&P in pullback mode, Dow very much in rally mode, having been the weakest of the Three Sisters for the last few weeks. And take a closer look here at the 30-minute chart here, guys, for you, zooming in. And I'm going to place a little marker right here, just as a little visual reminder of what I'm seeing here. Sideways grind now into the first 30-minute candle of the New York session. Clean traffic down here from that big push up in the UK session here this morning. I watched all of that happen. I was awake at 2:45 right back here and watched that happen. This just means clean traffic. It's not a prediction on where I think prices are going. I just believe the market. Whatever it says it wants to do is my direction. Nothing to do. Trying to rally up on the Dow. In no man's land here on VWAP and the open range on the S&P. Same thing here between the open range and S&P. I'll call that no man's land. Same thing here, but on the upside of VWAP on the NASDAQ. All right, guys, watching now, seeing some interesting candles forming, sort of these railroad track candles here at the top of the open range, also rejecting from the high of the session so far. It's only 9:46, so we're early here in the session, but you get the idea. Weakening on the Dow, weakening on the S&P, and struggling to go higher here above the open range on the NASDAQ. Yeah, it looks like we're going to make a pretty good attempt, though. It was a very weak day yesterday. You can see, let me show this to you. See that there? We dropped seriously yesterday on the NASDAQ, and this could be a little bit of rebound buying right there. You see that? But faltering on the S&P and Dow. It's very much a mixed bag, so nothing for me to do. I'm going to ignore that buying for now. If we get up here in this clean traffic area, it's a different story. We continue to be super sloppy here today, guys. It is 9:49. Still early. But until I get some clear direction here, there's nothing for me to do. All right, guys, buy stop order right above that wick. Stop below the open range. Not the low of the day. Here we go. Buy stop just above that wick right there. I'll fix the marker in a moment. This will be the first trade of the day. Looking for a win here. I started yesterday with a 1-hour charge or a losing trade. Let's see if today is any different. I like the way this rallied strongly, was rejected violently, and then immediately made another bullish candle above the EMAs. Here we go. And I'm in, guys. And I'm in. Looking for 1R here. On a tricky day, on a very tricky day, in my humble opinion. Some might find this to be friendly price action. You'll rarely hear me say unfriendly price action, but this is what it feels like. and I see the market and the Nas in particular as my dancing partner. But it can be tricky sometimes, and it's a dancing partner who sometimes has some fun with you, has some fun with me, and tries to trick me up or test me on my resolve. And I think this is one of those days, but I'm going to stick with the plan here. I will show you the three sisters. You'll notice that the S&P now rallying strongly, NASDAQ above, going into 2.5 standard deviations. Even the Dow was firming up here at 2.5 standard deviations below VWAP, right? So as long as I can get affirming, affirming, and affirming, those are three aligned sisters at the moment of entry, and that's the key element there. All right, guys, we're back, and as you can see, we have quite a grind going on here today. We're about 3/4 of the way to target. I am now moving my stop to break even to play this safe on a pretty messy day here today, quite frankly. Here are the three sisters, very much a mixed bag, big divergence from the Dow versus the NASDAQ, and so I'm going to play it conservatively, stop to break even. And there it is, guys. Took a long time to play out, but a pretty straightforward setup. Nice orderly pullback here on the daily. Failure to make a new low and break yesterday's low. Nice bullish body, break above. This is a zone break trade, market open, of course. Momentum higher, took a while. Moved my stop to break even once we hit here, but did not come back and hit it. And so there's 1 hour. Start the day, probably to finish the day for me. It's 11:15 already. And chances are I won't be trading this afternoon, but who knows? Anything's possible if something compelling happens. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you and your support. Talk soon.